Except boy, Mbulelo just texted. He's on his way.
Night fresh, bro.
Sheesh, boy, is that another cup?
Yeah, bro. Another one.
Wow, congrats, man.
Thanks, bro. It's been a good year,
Big
man.
story.
First year turning pro. Won the final event of the Eswatini Professional Golfers Association. You know, new year. Got big things coming. Want to get some new golfing equipment. Travel and play more tournaments, bro.
Yeah.
Some fans, man.
Yes, sir, man. Listen, man, thinking about it, it has been a really solid year. I just landed myself a new job as a breakfast show host.
Oh, bro.
But I just want to go back to school because, you know, new year, new resolutions. But all I need is some cash.
Get you, bro. I get you.
Bulero, we wanna party. And then, where's everybody? Swiso, Chance, here now.
What's up, bro?
This guy's late.
A vision board at a party. What's happening here?
Fine, Pana. Relax. We had a good year from Master of Ceremonies, Master of Comedy, and now Mastandi. And now that we have the land, funa ukuthi bese sesithole rover.
Inige,
Ikari mfana.
and what's stopping you then?
Mnamachankura phela. Obvious.
And then the golfer and the host, the long faces.
We got big dreams that need big money.
So is that why the parties started when a Smarty Pants Tiger Woods and when a master with the four-wheel drive?
Well, I know just the right financial partner to propel these dreams.
I'll give you.
Nembala. It can be. It can be.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm special welcome to the first episode of Season 2 of the Blue Table Talk series, proudly brought to you by Standard Bank Eswatini. I am your host, Piwo Dlamini. Now, thank you for being a part of today's conversation, and if this is your first time tuning in, then rest assured that you are at the right place at the right time. Now, this evening we'll be unpacking our 2023 lending campaign, which comes with an exciting range of products to help you enjoy a seamless year ahead. In the spirit of hashtag It Can Be, our lending campaign is yet another way that Standard Bank brings innovative and accessible ways for eMaSwati to realize their dreams. And as always, I am here in studio with our panel of experts who will be sharing tips and insights into the lending campaign, as well as the solutions available for all eMaSwati to enjoy. And also, you'll want to stay until the end of the show because we'll be sharing some tips on budgeting, money management, financial planning, as well as responsible borrowing. Now, as mentioned earlier, I have my panel of experts here with me. I have Standard Bank's Lending Solutions Manager, Bakisi Milane. I'm also joined by certified life coach and self-published author, Yeyise Gunene, as well as certified money coach, Vuyo Khumalo. Ladies, a very warm welcome to you and thank you for being a part of today's episode.
For having us.
All right, I'll start with you, Baki. I'd like for you to introduce yourselves to our viewers at home.
Thanks, Yeyise, and welcome to all our viewers tuning in. Very excited to be here. I hope you can stay till the end so we can learn all of the new and informational messages about Standard Bank's wide variety of lending products, as well as the tips, as Yeyise has mentioned, around budgeting, and most importantly, how to do our board. Guys, very excited. So as you've mentioned, I'm Standard Bank's Lending Solutions Manager. I'm part of a team that looks after our clients' end-to-end lending experience. So that means from the moment you walk into the branch and we assess your financial needs till the life or the end of the life of your loan. We're there to support you, and most importantly, we're there to ensure that with each and every product offered to you, it's curated and it's specific to your immediate needs. Now, over and above my role, I've mentioned what I am here at Standard Bank, but I'm a mother, I am a partner, I am the eldest of 6 daughters, which means that I specifically understand how your lending financial needs vary with each stage of your life and how your responsibilities tend to escalate, if I can call it that, and why it's then important to have a reliable partner, trustworthy banker to meet you halfway to make sure your needs are met.
Lovely. Yeyise?
Thank you so much, Pio. Good afternoon, good evening. Good evening to our viewers. As introduced, my name is Yeyise Gunene. I am a certified life coach and a self-published author of a Inspired Nation vision book. I also published a mindfulness journal for children as well as a gratitude journal for adults. I only brought the vision book because it's relevant for today's session. So I'm here to talk to you about how to craft a vision board that would work for you. As we are talking about Standard Bank's lending campaign, you do have dreams, you do have goals for the year. I'll be helping you, just giving you some tips on how to create a vision board that would align with what you desire, who you are, because vision boards are pretty personal. They actually speak to your own journey. So Standard Bank is here to help you align those dreams with how to actually help you manifest those dreams through the lending options that will be discussed this evening. So thank you so much for tuning in.
Lovely. Vuyo?
Thank you, Piwo, for your introduction. Hello to our viewers at home. I'm so happy to be here, very excited, and to be among these beautiful ladies here today. Excited for our discussion. I am, as Piwo has already introduced me, I'm Vuyo Khumalo. I am a certified money coach and founder of Money EQ, a company whose sole purpose is to help people transform their relationship with money, help you transform your relationship with money. And today I will be sharing some tips on how you can align your finances with your vision, and also how you can use the facilities that Standard Bank is offering to your advantage to make your dreams manifest.
Lovely. Thank you so much, ladies. I love the diverse, topics that we will be addressing, all in the spirit of financial fitness. So I'll start with you, Bake. Now, we all know that with Standard Bank, it can be. But I just want you to take us through what can be with this lending campaign. What are the products and lending solutions that are available for eMaSwati to help us, achieve all of our resolutions and bucket list items? And also, what is the qualifying criteria?
And it's quite a very wide variety, and I think that's what keeps us as the favorite bank in the country, eh? Right. If I say so myself. So, and I think even before we dive into the basket of products and the whole thing, listeners, if you haven't done your resolutions as yet, no worries, we're all equally ready to learn on how to get it done. So I'll start with one of our, I think, one of the products that offers you the most shortest repayment period. So for your quickest needs, anything that comes up unexpectedly, and something that you can get even if you don't have a smartphone, I know, right? And you don't need to walk into a branch either. So that's our instant payday loan, which you can easily access on platform we call USSD. But for our clients at home, all you need to do is dial *120 *2345#, and with their 3 simple steps, and you can access your instant payday loan. It offers you the ability to get funding from 500 Rand up to 5,000 Rand immediately on your phone if you qualify. And with those easy steps, there's no human interaction, so it's simple, it's convenient, and it's something that you can do without the tech, as someone might call it. And with that payday loan, again, if someone might ask, okay, 5,000 Rand immediately, how do I qualify, and so on. It's streamlined qualifying criteria, which means that how I treat people, how I treat Vuyo, the bank is viewing you as one specific individual client, and it's all about your account conduct. So that's your clean ITC history. That is making sure that whatever debit orders or current loans that you do have, you take note of those dates. You'll also note that as I go through the products, I'll be taking you through how with each step you're made known about how much your installment would be. Your terms or conditions are always brought to your attention up front, and that helps you to plan easier. That helps you to keep in mind what's next this month, and it's not a surprise. Standard Bank is on my phone, right? Okay, so with that, of course, 5,000 Rand being the cap, you might have bigger dreams, you might have bigger needs, or it might just be ad hoc, but it needs much more money than that. Now with that, that's when we bring in that additional layer of simplicity and flexibility, where you can access your instant digital loan up to 350,000, guys, on your phone through internet banking. All you need to do is register on internet banking. If you're going to be a new client, which I hope we'll be hearing from you tomorrow, you will be instantly registered. And if not, and you've forgotten your password, which was set through, you can call CCC, that is our branch teams, or you can visit a branch, or you can access our digital branches which are located all over the country, which is something that can also help you if you've decided to take the payday loan option, but you want to see your statements and obviously you can't view them through that platform. You can make use of that digital branch. But now back to the 350k tickets that Standard Bank gives you instantly. It's giving you 60 months to repay, which means within the flexibility of the amount, so is the flexibility when it comes to how long you can pay. That means you curate that to say, within my needs, in this period, how long do I have to take before I can move on to my next project? Because of course you've planned it first, right? And it's responsible, it's for a response to an immediate need, not a luxury, a vacation. Of course you can do that, but we don't encourage that. So when you're on your internet banking dashboard, one, we'll send a prompt to you through an SMS, which we also do for instant payday loan. We'll send a prompt to you as well if you qualify for the instant digital loan. So if you are not getting that SMS and you see that offer, come into the branch and let's update your cell phone details. Let's update your KYC details so that it can be easy and convenient. You know, this is when it's available. This is when I have it. With your options on the digital platform, you choose no more on your dashboard because the loan is appearing there. It's at the top. You won't miss it. No more. Once you've seen the details, it'll take you through what are your options, what are you choosing. Once you've pressed next, and of course, clients, please read and just understand what it is, and you're not forced to take that loan if you have a question that you'd like someone else to go in and interpret for you. So take your time, scroll down. I know we we don't scroll, but scroll down, take your time, understand what are the necessities and what it means to actually engage with us in that contractual agreement, which is taking up that loan. You've pressed next, and then you go on and you'll see the net income, or rather the net amount that will be paid into your account. So that's where we're letting you know what are the upfront fees, how much are we going to take from that loan to accommodate specific fees that are for that particular loan. So you already know how much you're getting, you already know your installments, you already know how much it is. And from then you read your terms and conditions. We read before we click. Once we've clicked them, you'll receive an OTP PIN, which is to ensure with that additional layer of security that this is something you're doing within your will, and it's just an additional security for the benefit of our clients. And you'll be instantly you have that money instantly. I don't want to use jargon and say credited into your account, but you'll have those funds instantly. And with that flexibility, I think it's very important that we plan ahead so you are not taking 350 as the max because it's available, but you're working within what meets your specific needs. And I think we've gone into a lot of details what's available for you as a consumer. I'll just take a diversion and speak about our business and commercial clients and what we have for them, which we also specifically cater for. And you have the additional benefits where you have a relationship manager waiting for your needs, there to attend you, giving you the most client-centric experience. I think you can compare it, you'll be happy. What we appreciate, and I think we're really cognizant of when we embed in the Standard Bank strategy, being truly digital, being truly human. What we've done with, as we continue to listen to our clients' needs, and of course putting yourself in the client's shoes and understanding that as an SME, as a young entrepreneur, or being a commercial giant, someone who's seasoned in industry, you're constantly trying to look for opportunities to grow your business. And with that comes that, you know, a scaling point where you decide, do I want additional revenue? Do I want to grow my book or market share? But there's the risk, there's the costs. Now, what Standard Bank does is we come in and we say that we will offer you pre-vetted order financing, invoice discounting solutions, which are sculpted specifically for your cash flows, which are sculpted specifically to your terms and your needs, which means you still have that flexibility with your turnover, with your amounts, and most importantly, you have an assigned banker there to take you through each and every step. to do that. Now you'll see how you've hedged the risk of having a supplier who might not pull through, or the reputational risk, and of course the financial loss, because we've taken it an extra mile to say we're partnering even with our counterparties across the border through the Africa-China partnerships, which ensures that we can even guide you with what's the most reliable, and we go into that extra level of vetting to ensure that all your contractual agreements actually do make sense. They are the best decision for your business, and the financing is suitable for your needs at that point in time. And I think as a business owner, the most important part is managing that cash flows, and that's something we're cognizant of throughout the life of the loan. It's not just the pitch we'll give you at the beginning. It's consistent, and we take you through all that, and we adapt to any changes in the cash flows or seasonalities that you may have through your interactions with your clients and your suppliers. So I'll take another step further into what's available for you in the business space, such as the fleet management solution, which we have through our vehicle and asset financing space. There you'll have vast options and quite a lot of support to choose the specific fleet needs for your sector. And of course, because of the advantage of Standard Bank having such a large territory and a large footprint, there isn't a problem you will experience that our counterparties or locally hasn't defined a solution for. And that I can guarantee you. So if you're not banking with us yet, come with your business documents, your proof of residence for your directors, KYC details, memorandums of association. It's not a very, very large list, but once you start thinking as a persona of a business, we can take you through with what you have and guide you what else will be required. Bank with us for 6 months. And if you are banking with us and you're not aware of how else you could qualify or make it happen, contact us as well. I must say, though, that one brilliant path or solution created for our SME clients is what we have called an MVP. Not to worry too much what that is, but that means that if you have consistent debits in your account and you're transacting using your Standard Bank account, we can offer you a loan without the financials and so on, because we've sculpted a software that allows us to vet your account and see how much you qualify for and how good is your account conduct. I know a former boss of mine used to say, if you can trust someone with 500, if you can give someone 500 Rand, and they do well with that, you can definitely trust them with 1,000. And that's the same concept that we've sort of plugged in to here, where all you need to do is keep your account conduct good, use your business banking account to transact, and tell your clients to pay you through that. And you could stand that chance, which is, I think, something we're really passionate about, because with the growth of SMEs, that's the growth of more jobs in the community. That's how we grow Eswatini. So if you can take that tip today, amongst all others, I think you'll be happy you did that. For bigger dreams now, I think we've spoken about our business options that are available to assist you with your working capital, your VAF and your fleets. We have also a very big, I'd say a big ticket item for whatever your dream is in the personal space, meaning you're a consumer, you're an individual, and you're saying that I want to make the big step now, I want to commit myself to property, I want to buy a house. And I know that we had a misconception that indlu skwenete for years, you retire, it's never ending, and so on. But the benefit or the beauty of it is that the earlier you secure that equity, then it assists your personal balance sheet as a person, meaning you have 2 million Rand to your name, and expanding from there is much easier than if you don't have it. But now broader options that are available again for you, whether you're buying a complete structure, you like it, you want to rent it out, or you want to live in it for your family, and this is what you've found, we offer you up to 25 years to pay for that. And you can choose the terms that work for you within that time period. And you can imagine 25 years is a bit much, right? But it's about choosing what we always make sure that the cap is high enough for the clients to have the freedom within to choose options below that are within your affordability. If you want to build from scratch your dream home, you've designed it, you who could have gone as far as drawing it as a child, those talented people, and now you want to bring it into realization, that's something we can support you through. And if you want to redraw and top up on that existing bond, that's something that's available for you too as well. And I think an added sweetener, which most people are not aware of, and those who are aware of can't stop speaking about it. That's the ability to redraw through your equity release, where you can draw down from your bond, your existing bond, if you've paid up to a certain amount. And you can use those funds to refurbish your house, do home improvements, or just increase the scope of what you have. There's no specific limits to what you can do to that, but once you improve that structure, you're adding back that value to something that really can't be taken away from you. And with those, I think, very assets, long-term heavy goals, I'll come into something that's a bit more fluid. It might be even in your vision board for the year, where you're saying you want to travel. I know I've said I want to travel for a while, but we never really end up doing it. But when I did travel, unfortunately, I did it the wrong way. I didn't have a credit card. And when someone came back and told me the amount of discounts you can receive, the flexibility, that guaranteed assurance that if I swipe even on the tax-free part of the airport, your card is guaranteed to go through. And that's what the credit card offers you. And you choose the limits you need. So it's not just a long line of credit and consistent charges. No, you manage it through your smart app. And with that are all the details you need to know about your next installment. Again, that's key, because you need to know exactly when it's due, how much it is, and so on. And manage all of the transactions through your smart app. And most importantly, or one of the broader add-ons, which I think we can really benefit on, is the 25% discount off Showmax transactions, and many, many more. So whether you're traveling or not, or it's just to manage all your accounts and your payments through the simple line of credits, get your credit card. I can't think of a downfall to it, in fact. And it's very quick and easy to get. You can visit your local branch. You can contact your relationship manager, depending on which segment you're in. And most importantly, even if you are the director of a business, you need the credit card, and we're here to help you get it. I've gone through a lot, and I hope you guys are still with me. We'll take a quick recap to jog you through, just to make sure that you remember all the options available to you, because it's very important, right?
I feel like I'm getting the VIP customer experience.
And it's not even done,
right?
So we've gone on to mention how you can get your quick funding, your payday loan. You don't need a smartphone. *120, *2345# up to 5,000 Rand immediately. You can further have another additional benefit of 350,000 on online banking, another immediate. I don't know, guys, have you heard of it before? Just like so 350 instantly on your, it is, and it's all the information is there for you. And I think that's the beauty of it. I know that I tend to be a bit anxious if there isn't a person on the other end to explain it detailed, but the information you have is so detailed, there really won't be much that's left unexplained. In fact, there'll be nothing left unexplained. And over and above that, it's on your phone, it's on your app, it's at the back of your pockets. It's something you can always check, and it's something that will never come as a surprise. And I think that's what really cements that relationship of trust between us and our clients.
I heard you earlier speak of a relationship manager.
Yeah.
So can you just address that a bit, just to give us a bit of confidence, or like you're saying, some people like you might be a bit anxious about using digital platforms and not knowing who's on the other end.
Or is everything written here? What if there's just something extra?
When last was this updated?
Standard Bank SMS, yes, I know. Yes, definitely. So you can call, and we also have something new which we've just launched, is the Affluent Express, which means that email, phone call, someone is ready to assist you with all the details of all your products. And this is not just lending specific, guys. It goes on to all your transactional needs, meaning what you do with your current account, right, which is probably where you get paid, and with your investments, which we have short and long term. And it's just that availability and trying to bring the answers to the clients, because we know what they want, and not making it too hard. So from that recap, and we've also spoken about our vehicle financing and our home loan solutions, we also now do have, and we've mentioned our business clients offerings as well, which is a very widespread. So there's no room for eMaSwati to struggle. There's no room for anxiety around the next cash flow and is my partner, whether you're in business or you're personal, reliable access to it. We have the digital platforms. We have Twitter, Facebook. It's endless, where you can read about it, and with any questions, you prompt that question. And most importantly, how does it happen, right? How do I find myself in that position if I'm not banking with Standard Bank? Again, your KYC details, so that is your proof of residence, proof of income, and just to show that this is, so proof of income I know maybe might be a bit broad, so your payslip, and you're covered. And most importantly, ensure that we have your correct contact details, because we're constantly trying to nudge you towards what's best for you based on your activity, based on your profile. And that really is what matters the most, making sure that what we give you responds to your immediate need. Yeah.
Love it. Talk about innovation. Talk about hashtag it can be, right? Standard Bank making dreams come true. So how does one qualify for each one of these loans that you've just spoken about? And we've already spoken about the maximum amounts, right, that one can qualify for, but how do we go about qualifying for each one?
It's very easy. Bank with us, and that applies across all loans. Bank with us, and I repeat, bank with us. But bank with us, and from there, manage your details. Let us know if there's any changes to your place of employment, to your contact details, like I said, so that your KYC details are always up to date. And the benefit of that, it means we can always reach you whether there's a change, and most importantly, you can always reach us, so we respond back to a query where it's not just a one-way flow of information. And your clean ITC history. So that means if you have existing loans, keep dates or take notes. And I mean, it doesn't have to be on an Excel spreadsheet and so on. Jot it down somewhere that the 19th is the stop order, the 12th is the stop order, and make sure that there's just enough funds for that to recoup, so that you don't go into excess. And that means clean account conduct, because the funds were there when the money was required. And we say that's a good client, and we say I can finance you over and above your needs, specific, because it's very simple. So literally from your KYC details, so we know where you are and how we can always reach you, and all the way down to just your clean account conduct, which I do understand is something that you may have to move into, right? Because you may have had a lot of emergencies that came through and nothing is as it should be at the time, but you have the time to rehabilitate. So keep those deposits going to your accounts. And even if we see that transactability, it is enough to say that when you've cleaned your credit record, you're someone that we can continue to support, because it is a partnership, and the real reason really are here is to solution for your needs.
Yes, I love that word, partnership. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick break. But before we do that, as always on the show, we are always feeling generous. And we have yet another giveaway. But all you have to do is stay tuned, listen to this conversation that we are having, engage with us, and stand a chance to win some goodies. And our first question for this evening is, financial fitness episode. Welcome back. You're still tuned into the Blue Table Talk series, proudly brought to you by Standard Bank Eswatini. Today we are talking all things financial fitness, and we are equipping you with all the tips that you will need to enjoy a seamless financial year in 2023. And we have our panel of experts. Just before the break, we had Standard Bank's Lending Solutions Manager tell us more about the lending campaign, the products, and the wide range of solutions that can help you realize your dreams. And now we have certified life coach and self-published author Yeyise Gunene. Yeyise, I'm going to start. You want to tell us about vision boards, right? Because we're all about manifesting our financial goals and ticking certain things off our bucket lists and resolutions. Let's start with what a vision board is. Can you just unpack that for us?
All right. Thanks so much, Piwa. And again, good evening, everyone. It's so great to be here. And thank you for tuning in. Do stay with us as we share some insights around financial fitness. So yes, vision boards. So first, I love to speak about this from the meaning of the word itself. You know, vision means to see, right? And in the physical sense, you would be referring to your sense of sight. But when we're talking about vision boards, we are really talking about being able to see with your mind. It's the mind that we're working with, because everybody was offered this gold that is our minds that we work with to manifest our purpose, the reason why we're here. So vision boards are about seeing yourself with the mind, transporting yourself from your current manifested reality to what you desire to achieve in the near or distant future. So vision boards are literally an outline of what you wish to accomplish. So it's all about manifesting. And manifesting is about training your mind. Again, I've already mentioned that we're really working with the mind. We are seeing ourselves beyond where we are. So manifesting is about training your mind, your body, your soul, your emotions, every aspect of your life, including your financial life, you know, your relationships, to sort of align with what you desire to accomplish. You cannot wish to accomplish something good in your life when you think negatively about yourself. So you do need to be aligned in all these aspects that I've just articulated, meaning I could even put it in frequencies. If your dream is up on this frequency here and your reality is down here, you need to get yourself to get the feeling. What we're aiming for in this life is feeling, you know. We want that house because there's a feeling that it's going to give us. It's about fulfillment. So you have to get yourself into that frequency of the desire for the desire to manifest. So aligning yourself in that sense, like your finances, as we'll be talking about finances, getting yourself in that space of being ready to receive this. So vision boards really are about manifesting, but also we're talking about something that you can visualize. And later I'll talk about why it's important for you to actually have the vision board and visualize those goals and dreams.
Hopefully later you will actually visualize the actual vision board
Yes.
for people who haven't seen it. But just
Right.
before we get there, what are some of the common misconceptions that people have around vision boards as a self-motivation and manifestation concept?
Okay, so I'll just speak to one maybe misconception and then get to the other questions. One key one, some people sort of say that, you know, when you have the vision board, then what? It doesn't work. You know, they've been doing resolutions year after year and they don't see anything actually happening. So then the idea is that, you know, this doesn't work. I can have my vision in my head and that should be enough. But proponents like myself of vision boards are not basically suggesting that once you have that vision board, everything is going to instantly manifest. You'll have those dollars in your account. Things will be delivered in your house, but it is the starting point. So I always love to say that, just like institutions, they have vision statements. They have reasons why they exist. All of us come to this world with that, with a purpose, with gifts and talents. We come with intent, with energy to pursue something. We don't just exist. So having yourself become clear about a vision is the starting point. So they don't work by themselves, but that's where you have to start. I always love also to make this example to actually get people do this exercise of recalling any idea that they've ever had, business idea or whatever idea, that they thought they would implement and did not act on it. And then a year or two later, they see somebody implementing it. Everybody, for me, that says everybody gets a chance at making a difference, creating a fortune, like following their path. But the reason is we don't sort of like trust our ideas. We don't believe we are worthy of those ideas. So the vision board is the starting point. It's not an end in itself. And then the second question was around some of the mistakes that we make when we create vision boards. I mentioned earlier that vision boards are very personal. So one of the mistakes that people make are to base their visions or what they should be doing with their lives on what other people are doing. I am this age and therefore I'm supposed to be doing this, I am now working, I'm supposed to get a car, I am now, but what is it that resonates with you? So it's a common mistake to sort of have your dreams align with other people other than yourself. That's why it's important to correct that, to first understand your purpose, because your vision board or your vision should flow from your purpose. Who you are, what are you about, why are you here, and therefore the dreams. Life, as I mentioned, is really about the feelings that you are aiming for. It's self-fulfillment, and Standard Bank is here to help us feel that sense of fulfillment, but it must be aligned with what you truly desire, because you could find yourself taking an option that's available and yet you probably don't need it, or the reason behind it is not really justified, is not aligned with what you want, and then you find yourself in trouble, meaning trouble financially. So yeah, and then the last one, where do we start? So number one, again, it's about knowing who you are. It's about giving yourself permission to dream yourself better. Just allowing yourself to even think of anything better, because we think, oh no, but I have my job, money comes through this or through that business or through this and that, and therefore I just can't even think of myself outside of the manifested reality. So you start by, one, allowing yourself to be, allow yourself to see yourself better than what you see right now. And then number two, it's that idea of purpose. You really have to know your purpose, because your vision won't manifest if it's not aligned with who you are. The intentions that you're putting down there, if they're not aligned with who you are, you're probably going to struggle. You could manifest them but not sustain them, because they are just based on other things other than your purpose, or coming from that position of living your purpose. So you start, for me, it's really those key things. What you eventually see as a vision board should reflect where you are going with your whole self. And then you definitely need to create the time. If you can't give yourself just an hour or two to plan your life, to plan your year, plan your finances, then you don't deserve success. Like you just cannot. You can't. You're not giving yourself just an hour or two. You know, the year is beginning. How do I want things to unfold for me this year? You're just responding to everything that's coming about. You're available for everybody but yourself. So you are not going to manifest much of what you desire, but a lot of people will be taking from you because you're available for them other than yourself. So you have to create the time to work on your vision board, your plan. For me, I actually do I'm going to pick this up later, but I do the vision board. The way that I look at it is like the big picture for me. When I designed the vision book, I wanted to sort of like get to details of what I mean by a home. What should it look like? So that's where I outline in the vision book, what does my relationship look like? What does my career, if I'm in business, what does that look like? But just something there. When you set those intentions, remember that you only achieve or get things back to you that you believe you can get. And what I mean by that is sometimes we set intentions and we say, I want to get 500,000 in savings this year. But you sort of feel this uneasiness. You're thinking, where is it going to come from? How will I make that? And that already tells you, because your emotions are your indicator, that tells you that you don't quite believe that it's possible for you to do that. So you need to start to where it feels easier for you, because faith is a feeling, right? So you must feel easy about this. And when you feel easy about it, you feel it's achievable. It's about also inspiration. Then you can take inspired action, to implement those goals. Know your purpose, create the time, and then put together some tools. Some tools you need, it's just stationery. You need magazines, you need sticky tape, and then you cut out the images of your dreams so that you can see them. Seeing them is very important, because visualization, I'll just give a quick example, and I've taken a lot of time. I'll just give a quick example of why visualization is important. Athletes, a lot of people in sports, before they win, this is the science behind it, before they actually go for a race or whatever sport they're in, they see themselves first winning. They see themselves jumping that high. Why that works is because neuroscience tells us that our minds, how they operate, our minds, when we think a thought, they don't know whether it's a thought or it's the actual action. So you just are working with your mind. When you give it that ability to rehearse what you want, to visualize your year, to see this happening, it also gets you onto that frequency that I spoke about, because you feel the emotion of it before it comes, and that is faith. So you are activating it, you are drawing it to you. So you need to also visualize your vision board. You've put it together, you've done the actual work of putting those images. That visualization works because it is proven scientifically that it just trains your mind to pull you forward to your dream. Also, research tells us that what you write down, what you put down, you're 42% likely to execute. And that is good news, because you have moved from zero, you are much more likely to execute that. It is also biblical. Habakkuk 2 verse 2 says, write the vision down. So the spirituality behind vision boards, the science behind vision boards. Proverbs 29:18 says, where there's no vision, people perish. And it's literal perishing, because when you see yourself regurgitating the same life experiences, it's frustrating. That's where mental health issues come in, because you are not clear about who you are, you're not clear about where you're going. So that's where that's how you really get started. It flows from the purpose. It flows from the purpose.
Story about someone who learned how to do a horse riding jump, not by practicing it, but watching YouTube videos and then visualizing themselves on the horse and doing the jump. So
It works.
yeah. So I believe you. Yeah, yeah.
It works like magic. When I joined, I do have an 8 to 5 behind beyond what I do. When I joined my current employer, I was coming from Swazi government, and I was a high performer. I used to come early. I was just not your regular public servant. I know there are also good public servants, by the way, that do that. But what I experienced when I changed jobs was a lack of self-esteem, and I didn't know I had that. And I started using affirmations, affirming myself, affirming my position, that I deserve it, I am worthy, because you also can't achieve these things if you don't believe you're worthy of them. You know, if you want a good relationship but you don't think you're a great person, you don't love yourself, you will not have it. And you will also not draw to you the person that can be great for you. So I started visualizing myself, raising my hand in meetings, making contributions. And when I actually did it, it felt much more easier. So it really does train your brain to exercise the desire before it actually manifests.
Love that. Love it. I see you're itching to comment, but I do want you to chip in though, because I want to find out how all of this visualization, because it's also planning, this manifestation, how it ties into, you know, the lending campaign. Now that I've visualized what I want, how does that inform responsible borrowing, and how do I make access of Standard Bank's lending solutions? So I'll just ask Yeyise just one last question. It seems that a lot of people are catching on to the power of vision boards, because we've seen an increased interest in them. People go as far as hosting vision board parties. I don't know if you've seen them on social media, but there's a lot of interest, a growing interest in vision boards. So I just want to find out from you, would you encourage this exercise? And also, why do people need, just quite plainly, why do people need vision boards, according to you?
Yeah. All right. So I personally hosted one. So I partnered with Betha Sitole, and we did a vision board party in June 2022.
Okay.
So I believe it was the first in the country. So that already says that I do believe in that cause, you know. One, I believe in it because it's a good platform to just raise awareness and educate people about some of the tools that are available for them to live a purposeful life, you know, to also manifest their dreams, to know who they are and how to move forward. So I definitely support vision board parties, but also that space offers an opportunity to network with like-minded people.
Yeah.
And as you speak about your dream with others, you give it energy. You know, that collective consciousness is also very powerful in manifesting. But also, when you attend those, you get to network. You get to know people that are interested in the same things as you, or people that can enhance your dreams and what you want to manifest. So it's a good space of also just a nice exchange and helping you to manifest faster, definitely. And then what was the last one?
Why do people need vision
Why do
boards?
people need vision boards? Okay. So you need a vision board because it speaks to your purpose. I once came across a quote that says, the worst form of suffering is living a life with no purpose. So vision boards help you to really dig in and understand your own purpose, and then think about what you want to manifest for you. So you need one because it's really an exercise of going within and understanding why you're here so that you can live your purpose, because we're all here to really live out loud. Nobody is here to just watch other people living their best lives. Yeah. Everybody is a star in their story, and we all want to get a taste of the flavor that is these gods that are in this world. Yeah.
I love that. I think how it ties to the lending campaign, just in the interest of time, I'd like for you to touch on it in the closing remarks. But for now, I'd like to move on to Vuyo. Vuyo, how do we align our vision for the future with our spending patterns and how we manage our finances?
So what we need to understand about money is that it is a tool that is meant to help us live or create a life that is fulfilling and meaningful to us. So money is not just for paying bills and buying stuff, but also for the experience of life, as Yeyise said. So money won't do that for us automatically. We need to bring in some intentionality into that and planning. And the best way, a simple way to do that is through budgeting. You know that saying, it's a quote that says, a goal without a plan is just a wish. Yes. I would like to give a little twist and say a vision without a budget is just a wish. Yeah, so that's how you bring in the alignment. You use your budget to tell your money what to do for you to accomplish these things that you have said, I want this for my life. Without a budget, we are spending mindlessly. We are spending randomly. We don't know where our money is going. And we're just drifting kind of in the same place. But when we start to budget, now we bring clarity into what we want to do with our money. We tell our money what we wanted to do. And so we're better placed to accomplish our goals or realize our vision. And it doesn't just end with creating a budget, but it also includes staying on top of things, staying on top of your finances in terms of tracking. Okay, this is what I said I wanted to do. Am I still doing that? You know, in companies, they do like a budget review. They look at the plan and the actual. This is what we planned, this is the actual. So you need to do that in your personal life too. Keep track of how you are using your money. Is it going according to plan? Make adjustments. Remove the things that are not taking you towards your goal, but are derailing you. And so I would say create a money ritual for yourself. Create a ritual where you are constantly spending time with your money. When you give money attention, it thrives. It thrives. And I love what you said about if you're not going to spend an hour looking at those, you're not ready for success. I've stolen that one. Yeah. So that's how I think you would need to align and create spending habits that are going to support. Yeah.
The burning question now is, what are your top tips for putting together an effective budget?
Okay. So budgeting is pretty simple. You must be realistic. You know what we like to do? We like to budget according to our wish, not according to reality. This is how much I would like to be spending on groceries, but what is actually happening in reality, you know? And a nice way to get a feel of what's really happening is to look at your bank statement. I know, trauma, guys, like, what was I doing here? But yeah, looking at your bank statement and looking at your transaction, on average, how much do I spend a month on this, and this? And that creates your actual budget. And from there, you can make adjustments. Okay, this is how I want it to be. And then find a budgeting method that works for you. What works for her doesn't work for me. Money is personal. I like convenience. I like using an app. Someone else likes, doing things by hand, writing it down. Someone else likes spreadsheets, you know. So find what works for you and something that you can consistently stick to. And at first it's a little bit shaky, but just keep doing it consistently, a couple of months, and you'll find that you find your flow and it becomes a part of your habit. It takes a while to build a habit anyway. So yeah, so I would say just being realistic and finding something that works for you, and also tracking. There's no point. If you're not going to track, don't bother. There's no point. There's no point if you're not going to check, am I actually doing what I said I would do? Yeah. So yeah.
And just a last question for you, Vuyo. There's a notion that credit is bad and can derail your growth. What is your professional opinion, and how would you advise someone to turn around bad credit?
Okay. Very good question. So the notion that credit is bad, I think it's rooted in fear, right? I mean, our experiences growing up, seeing maybe our parents, how they handle debt in their lives, maybe seeing our relatives. So there is some fear. And you find that when it comes to debt, people are like on two ends of the spectrum. There are people who are like, and then there are people who are like, you know, in there and they've lost their way. So what you want to find is balance. The truth is you can use debt to your advantage. You can use debt as a leverage for building wealth. Abake spoke about buying property. Property is an asset, but we don't always have the money out of pockets to pay for property. So using loans, debt as a leverage to own that asset. In that way, you've increased your wealth. When you've finished paying that off, you're left in a better off position in terms of your wealth, your net worth. We like to talk in terms of net worth. So yeah, so I think learning to use debt to your advantage in that way, that's your power. And also, it's not a good idea to go into debt when you don't have a strong financial foundation. So building that foundation, for example, having savings before you start taking loans, because when you're repaying that loan, it to leave me in a better off position. You know, am I going to have something to show after I've paid? Because we like to take loans for eating, consumption. There's nothing to show for it. But a loan that is going to leave you with something to show for it, you know, and something that is of value so much more than what you paid, like a house. I paid, and then in the end, my property is going to appreciate. I'll have much more. I've taken a loan for my degree. You know, I've elevated my skills, and I'm able to get a better paying job. So I'm not in that same position. That's how we should be leveraging debt to our advantage.
Love that. Thank you so much for that. Now, in the interest of time, we're just going to move on to our next and last Q&A for this evening. So as mentioned, we are giving away some goodies. We hope you've been engaging with us. We hope you've been listening. And if you get the answer right, then you stand a chance to win our prizes. Now, our next and last question is: list the maximum loan amounts for instant payday loan and unsecured personal loan. I repeat, list the maximum loan amounts for instant payday loan and unsecured personal loan. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Okay, so we have come to the end of our show. And before we say goodbye, I'd just like to give you a chance to make your closing remarks. I feel like we've grown so much from the conversations that we have had, and I hope our viewers at home have had the same experience as well. I don't know, I'm just feeling a lot more confident, and I have this unshakable belief that indeed #it can be, you know? So I'll start with you, Bake. Your last words.
It's definitely, it's a lot to take in, but it also goes to tell you how much you can learn from just putting yourself out there to the information, logging onto YouTube and then hearing what the ladies have to tell you, and to bring it in to context, guys. It's not for specific people. It's for everyone. Wonke umuntu lo Luswati, whether you're earning 5,000 Rand to 100,000 Rand or 3,000 Rand, this is something that you can do. And if you find yourself knee deep in debt, it doesn't mean that there's just no way out of it anymore. We don't just partner with the best of the crop or whatnot. That's where we still come in, because we say, with your indebtedness currently, here's a solution for you. And it might be a transactional level. It might be with your short-term savings and investments. Standard Bank can still partner with you throughout that period where you've rehabilitated yourself and you're out of that negative ITC record. We come back and we say, even through the additional information that we share with you, such as platforms like this, you gain information about how to, simple tools such as budgeting. And it is that simple, guys. I think if we can all sort of try it out, you'll find that you'll fail probably towards the end when you see the numbers negative at the bottom. Otherwise, you'll have constructed it to the end. It's pretty simple to do. And I think it's something we should take with us. And if you're anything like me and you thought the vision board would be something you could craft quickly, we'll see that there's intent, and most importantly, there's that self-discipline, which leverages precisely back to the relationship you should have with your financial provider. Choose someone who's reliable, which is Standard Bank. Choose someone who makes your terms known to you on the onset, someone who guides you through the life of the relationship of your accounts, where there's no cut off to how much information we give you or how much we can assist you throughout the evolution of your life. And you can imagine your needs change, whether you're a business or you're a person. So find out more about it, and definitely feel free to contact us. You'll find how simple it is to solution for your immediate need. You'll find how simple it is to solution for your dreams and those you want to achieve towards the end of this year or the end of next year. There's a solution specifically for you, because we've crafted it with you in mind. And yes, it can be.
Love it. Okay, and then just quickly, Yeyise, and onto you, Vuyo. Now that we know how Standard Bank is always introducing these innovative and accessible ways of making Maswati's dreams possible, what would you say is the secret to realizing your dream and financial goals?
Yeah, so one that stands out for me is that you can't hit a target that you can't see. So see it first, and then expose yourself to information. Right now, this platform has been so enriching in terms of, I bank with Standard Bank. There's a lot that I don't know that I just learned about this evening. So you have to see it first and then know the right partner. And we are bringing you the partner. You can partner with Standard Bank. But yeah, so for me, just see it and then expose yourself to information that's going to be useful for you. You also won't get what you don't believe. So believe it, and then you will get it, you know.
Love it.
Yeah.
The secret to realizing your dreams?
I came across a quote that really stuck with me. It said, stop dreaming, but envision it, see it, and then take action. So for me, I'm not going to add too much to it, but take action. Take action on whatever you have set out to create for your life, not just dream. Yeah.
Love it.
Tempted to say amen.
Go for it. This is the right time and the right place. All right. Thank you so much, ladies. This has been enriching. It has been empowering. Thank you all for making the time to just address the many ways that we can make this a financially seamless year for us all. Bake, thank you so much for giving insights into the different ways, the products, the lending solutions that Maswati can explore to make their dreams possible, and how Standard Bank has all these innovative ways to make that possible. It's amazing. Thank you, Yeyise, for sharing, with us the importance of visualizing your dreams and actually putting them down in a vision board and how to go about that. And thank you, Vuyo, for also sharing insights on budgeting and credits, dispelling the myth on credits and how we can make our money work for us. I love that, telling your money what to do, as you said. Love it. And to the viewers, thank you so much for joining us for our first episode of Season 2 of the Blue Table Talk series. It has been enriching indeed. We hope that you have been inspired to talk to Standard Bank and hear how they can make your dreams come true this year. Let's keep the conversation going on our social media platforms, and we're always happy to answer your questions on all digital platforms. Until next time, my name is Piwo Dlamini. Have yourselves a wonderful evening.
Except boy, Mbulelo just texted. He's on his way.
Night fresh, bro.
Sheesh, boy, is that another cup?
Yeah, bro. Another one.
Wow, congrats, man.
Thanks, bro. It's been a good year,
Big
man.
story.
First year turning pro. Won the final event of the Eswatini Professional Golfers Association. You know, new year. Got big things coming. Want to get some new golfing equipment. Travel and more tournaments, bro.
Yeah.
Some fans, man.
Yes, sir, man. Listen, man, thinking about it, it has been a really solid year. I just landed myself a new job as a breakfast show host.
Oh, bro.
But I just want to go back to school because, you know, new year, new resolutions. But all I need is some cash.
Get you, bro. I get you.
Bulero, we wanna party. And then, where's everybody? Siso, Chance, here now.
What's up, bro?
This guy's late.
A vision board at a party. What's happening here?
Fine, Fana. Relax. We had a good year from Master of Ceremonies, Master of Comedy, and now Mastandi. And now that we have the land, funa good businesses Toli Rover.
Inige,
Ikarin Fana.
and what's stopping you then?
Namachankura Pela. Obvious.
And then the golfer and the host, the long faces?
We got big dreams that need big money.
So is that why the party hasn't started when a Smarty Pants Tiger Woods and when a master with the four-wheel drive?
Well, I know just the right financial partner to propel these dreams.
I'll give you.
Nembala. It can be. It can be.